Hi, so we're going to do the bikini bottom genetics. I had a couple people ask some questions about it, and so I think it's probably in everyone's best interest, if you're struggling with this, for you to kind of watch this video. So let's go ahead and get started. So you've got these scientists, they're at Bikini Bottom, they're investigating the genetic makeup of organisms in the community. All right, they're going to provide information, but right here, if you will look right here, this is important. Okay, that's important because we need to understand that pure breeds are homozygous and hybrids are heterozygous. So let's look at number 1 for a minute. It says, for each genotype below, indicate whether it is a heterozygous or a homozygous. Okay, so what do we know about here? So we're gonna, what do we know? Sorry, hold on, make sure I've got my, okay, what do we know here? Well, we know heterozygous is different. Okay, but we also know, well, what does that different mean? Well, that means something is a capital and a lowercase. It doesn't matter what letter, but a capital and a lowercase together, okay? These are just different examples. So I'll just write examples, okay? All right. Now, also, we have homozygous, and those are going to be the same. Well, what does that mean exactly? Well, that means that they have to be either two capital F's or two lowercase f's, two capital S's or two lowercase s's. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can fill some of these out. So this one would be what? It would be two of the same, so that would be homozygous. This one would be two different, so that would be heterozygous. This one would be two of the, not the same, two different, sorry, and that would be heterozygous. And this one would be two of the same, which would be homozygous. Okay? So now you got to go back and look, and you got to say, okay, which of these genotypes, because that's what these two letters are, they're a genotype, and has it considered a purebred? Well, let's go back and look up here, up at the top, it says purebreds are homozygous. So now you're going to go and look which ones were homozygous. All right, so I'm going to put the homozygous ones of the 4 that we found. So which ones were homozygous? Well, TT was homozygous, and little f was homozygous because they had the HO. There's more, so I'm going to put a ... because there is more, so fill in the rest. And then the other one, well, it's looking for hybrids. Well, hybrids are heterozygous. So heterozygous were the HEs, so that would be a big D, little d. It would be a big B, little b, and etc. Okay? Now, down to the next part. Okay, well, we have number 2 says determine the phenotype. Now remember, genotype is what the gene that's actually like in the DNA. The phenotype is the physical outward appearance that you physically see. Okay, so to determine the phenotype, the physical, for the genotype using the information provided by SpongeBob. So here we go. We got a YY, that's a genotype. But what would the phenotype be? Well, it would be a Well, if the yellow color is dominant, then that means that this would be what? Well, this one would be yellow, whoops, yellow body, right? Because yellow's dominant and it has a capital letter. So yellow body, right? Let me see if I can get this to move up a little. Maybe not. Okay. And what about this one? Well, we at least have one capital letter. So then this one would be body. And, well, let's talk about recessive. Now, recessive is where you have two homozygous, but they are the little letters, okay? The little lowercase letters. So this one should be, well, if it's not yellow because it's not dominant, then it has to be a blue body, right? Okay.